Yona Put Kibano Hujvaj. I think it's Yona Put. Yoda Gelte. You know, as I've said in my videos before, I'm just not always sure. I got to adjust this thing here. Trying my best to. I'm trying my best to keep a positive attitude, and it's not always easy. But Yonaput, Yodagel. For those of you that don't know what the hell I'm talking about, you just stumble up on my video and you're like, "What the hell is this?" Yodagel, Yonaput type thing, but. Yodageld is the way to say good morning in Hungarian. Yonaput is like good day, you know. And there's always some confusion as to where do you draw the line. You know, where does Yodageld stop and Yonaput start? Is it 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock or whatever? And I've probably said this at least 2 dozen times on my videos over the years, but for those of you that are just tuning in, wondering what the hell am I talking about, okay, Yonaput is good day. So, anyway, what a day. You know, I got to tell you that every day, well, over the last few days, it's been a real struggle for me to do these daily videos, and you know, it's probably somebody I think made a comment yesterday that I should just tell you what's going on, and it's not that easy. You know, it's just not that easy to do. If I had a Patreon channel, you know, if I had a Patreon channel and I had more control over who was listening to my videos, then I may be apt to be able to disclose what's going on. But you know, it's an interesting thing about my business model. My business model is such that it's a rather efficient system, whereas I can manage multiple clients' websites from one location. It's a template website, if you will, but when I make a change in one location, it changes all locations. So if I have 80 clients and I make a change for one client, ultimately it can affect all 80 clients. And from that perspective, it's really a beneficial thing. It's not without its challenges. I mean, I've been doing this for years now, and I've seen other people try to do something similar to what I've done, but I've never quite seen people do what I've done. And that's the upside of it. Now the downside of it is, if I have a problem for one client, then I've got a problem oftentimes for all my clients, and that's something similar as to what I am. Something similar as to what I'm dealing with right now. It's just a little bit of a challenge that I'm working through it, as I often do. But sorry to be so vague. Okay, sorry to be so vague. I know there's those of you out there that are you know, that want to know because you're concerned about me, and then there's those of you out there who aren't really concerned about me. You just want to know. You know, now for which of the two that you are, you're gonna have to decide that. You know, I know George out there. He's one of the ones that are just genuine, and Harry. You know, they're just genuinely concerned about me. And Mark, I think, and is it Mark in Michigan? You know, these people are just genuinely concerned about me. But then you got the other people. They don't give a rat's ass. They're just curious. You know, they've got nothing better to do than watch Tom Hall videos, and they're just curious as to what struggles I'm going through in my life. But it's, some of them are probably happy. Some of you are probably happy that I'm going through struggles. But you know, talking about struggles, yesterday I went with with my friend, business colleague, whatever. His name is Lay. He is Ellie. You spell his name L-E, and you pronounce it Lay, like L-A-Y. But Lay and I went over to a beautiful little town yesterday, St. Helena, and it gave me the opportunity to learn a little bit more about him. And he was telling me about how when he was about 6 years old, and Saigon, I think it was Saigon was being bombed. You know, he, middle of the night, you know, left with his grandmother and grandfather onto a barge into the sea, I guess. They were boat people, and off they went, ultimately to Guam, and then he settled in Columbus, Ohio. So he and I are Buckeyes of a sort. But anyway, it was a good evening. But boy, my knee, I started having problems with my knee. I couldn't walk on my left knee, and it was pretty excruciating pain. And I was just trying to figure out what it was. And remember that bike ride that I went on for 25 miles? You know, and I said I was feeling awfully ambitious. I must have done something to my left knee. Lay was telling me it was the cartilage or something, but maybe I tore some cartilage, and I'm just having swelling. And Lay's the kind of guy that knows everything, you know. He's the kind of guy who, you know, you need medical advice, you need you need information about, you know, politics, you need programming advice. Lay is the go-to guy, and he was just telling me that my knee was probably inflamed. You know, it's having inflammation, and hopefully the inflammation would just go down, and it did. But anyway, so I woke up this morning, and the knee is a little bit better, and at least that I can walk on it. I was thinking it was going to be crutches, but anyway, so that is that. You know, I actually got in my car this morning. I got in my car this morning at about 4:30 in the morning, something like that, and it was dark, and I'm sitting there in a campground. And before I even started the car, I just sat there and quietly closed my eyes and said, you know, my Father who art in heaven. And I said the Our Father prayer to myself. And you know, that's the extent of the challenge that I'm going through. But anyway, I'm still debating. Today's Wednesday, and Friday I pull out of here for all intent and purpose. And boy, part of me just wants to make a beeline to Ohio and leave my camper there and catch a flight down to Florida, and just relax in the big lagoon pool and everything for the better part of a month before going up to New England. But and then another part of me wants to saunter across, you know, the Idaho and Montana and what have you. So we will see. When I start the car on Friday morning, I'll probably make the decision. But anyway, you know, the other thing that was on my mind was you know, the fact of the matter is that a couple days ago I was talking about people watch my videos. You know, somebody told me people watch my videos because they have nothing better to do. You know, and that's why they watch my videos. And yes, and I was thinking about, you know, why I do my videos. And you know what? The fact of the matter is, there's probably something to be said, albeit virtual relationships. There's probably something to be said about traveling alone and being alone, and using YouTube as a conduit to communicate with people. Otherwise, I'd just be sitting here in a Starbucks all by myself. I am sitting here in a Starbucks all by myself, but you get the idea. So that's the fact of the matter. I do the videos in many ways because it gives me it gives me communication, so to speak, albeit virtual communication or digital communication. It gives me some sense of connection, if you will. So that's probably one of the reasons that I do the videos, and doing the morning thought videos such as I do. Oftentimes they allow me to talk through things that I'm feeling or dealing with and what have you. Sort of like keeping a diary, but like a diary open to the world. But anyway, so that's about it. I gotta get back to work. So have a good day. I'm still amazed though. I mean, every day I do these videos, and 200-300 people watch the video to see what the hell am I talking about. They don't care. You don't care about the church built from one tree. You don't care about that. Well, some people care about it, but not many. Everybody wants to know what's on my mind, and I just, it's just a little bit baffling. So anyway, have a great day. Take care.